Let's get into the details of news. The Saraswati River Pushkaram commenced in a grand manner at the Triveni Sangam in Kaleshwaram Kshetra, located in Jayashankar Bhupalpally district. On Thursday evening, Chief Minister Revant Reddy, along with the State Ministers Ponnam Prabhakar, Sridhar Babu, Pongiliti Srinivas Reddy and others participated in the Pushkara Sanam in the Saraswati River and latter offered Aarti to the river goddess. The Chief Minister also inaugurated a 10-foot statue of Goddess Saraswati within the temple premises and opened an 86-room complex constructed for the accommodation of devotees. This sacred event is being held at the confluence of the Godavari, Pranahita and Saraswati rivers, collectively known as Triveni Sangam. The Pushkarams began with the Jupiter entry into the Gemini, which occurred at 10:30 p.m. on Wednesday, marking the start of a Pushkara Kala. However, temple priests clarified that the auspicious Pushkara bath should begin from sunrise on Thursday. At 5:44 a.m., Sri Guru Mahanandana Saraswati Peethadipati Madhavananda performed special rituals at Saraswati Ghat, formally inaugurating the Pushkaram celebrations.
రూపంలో నమస్కారాలు అర్పిద్దాం. ఒకసారి గట్టిగా కరతాళ ధ్వనులతో శబ్దరూప నమస్సులు ఆ తల్లి సరస్వతికి. భక్తులందరూ చూస్తున్న దృశ్యాలు తెర మీద మనకు కనిపిస్తూ ఉన్నాయి. ఎంత విశాల హృదయంతో, ఎంత ఉత్తమమైన మనస్సుతో, ఎంత ఉన్నతమైన మేధతో ఆలోచిస్తే అంత ఉన్నతంగా ఎదిగే అవకాశాలు ఇచ్చింది మన భారతీయ జ్ఞానం. భారతి అన్న 3 అక్షరాలే ఆ తల్లి సరస్వతికి వర్తిస్తాయి.
Miss World contestants created a vibrant buzz during their visit to Bhudan, Pochampalli and Yadadri Gutta. In the Yadadri Bhuvanagiri district, the international beauty queens were warmly welcomed by locals and officials as they explored the rich cultural heritage of Telangana. Their presence brought excitement and attention to the region, especially as they witnessed traditional handloom weaving in Pochampalli and visited the river Yadadri Lakshmi Narasimha temple, enhancing the global spotlight on Telangana's cultural and spiritual legacy. At the inauguration of Embassy of Honduras, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar expressed gratitude to the visiting Honduran minister for the country's strong statement of solidarity following the cowardly terrorist attack in Pahalgam. He appreciated Honduras' public stand against terrorism in all its forms, calling it a value shared by all civilized societies. Dr. S. Jaishankar emphasized India's appreciation for Honduras' support as the nation continues to confront terrorism in the region.
Minister, let me first acknowledge the statement of solidarity that we heard from your country on the cowardly terrorist attack in Pahalgam, and we particularly value your public commitment to opposition to terrorism in all its forms, and the fact that it is something which is completely unacceptable to any form of civilized world. We very much appreciate your support and solidarity as we battle terrorism today in our region. Minister, let me first acknowledge the statement of solidarity that we heard from your country on the cowardly terrorist attack in Pahalgam, and we particularly value your public commitment to opposition to terrorism in all its forms, and the fact that it is something which is completely unacceptable to any form of civilized world. We very much appreciate your support and solidarity as we battle terrorism today in our region. Minister, let me first.
Lok Sabha leader of the opposition and Congress MP Rahul Gandhi stated that during his visit to a college hostel, he discussed the need for a caste census and emphasized that the existing law on reservation in private colleges and universities should be implemented. He also demanded the removal of the 50% cap on reservations, affirming that these are key demands they intend to fulfill. Regarding the case filed against him that day, he remarked that he has 32 cases against him, referring to them ironically as him as criminals.
नहीं देखिए, आज गया पहले मतलब इनको कोई प्रॉब्लम दिख नहीं रहा था, मगर अचानक उन्होंने फिर रोकने की कोशिश की, मगर ठीक है, हम चले गए, हमने जो करना था कर दिया। जाति जनगणना की बात की मैंने वहाँ पे, और ये कहा कि देखिए जो प्राइवेट यूनिवर्सिटीज़ कॉलेजेस में कानून है कि रिजर्वेशन होना चाहिए, वो कानून लागू हो और 50% की जो दीवार है रिजर्वेशन वाली वो तोड़ जाए। ये हमारी मांगे हैं और इनको हम पूरा करके दिखाएंगे। जो हॉस्टल था अंदर जाने नहीं दिया, फिर बाद में मुझे फोटोग्राफ्स दिखाई गई और पता लगा क्यों नहीं जाने दिया, मतलब हालत बहुत ख़राब थी, मगर जो मैंने कहना था वहाँ कह दिया। थैंक यू।
वहाँ पे 144 इम्पोज कर दिया, आप पे केस कर दिया गया सर, क्या आप पे फाइल भी कर दिया?
हाँ, मैंने उनसे कहा देखिए आप रोकना चाहते हैं रोक दीजिए, मेरा कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। उन्होंने रोका नहीं, मैं चला गया। तो वो तो केस तो लगाए हैं, 30-32 केस है मेरे ऊपर।
इलेक्शन है सर, जवाब मिलेगा।
मेडल है ये सब मेरे। नहीं देखिए,
US President Donald Trump claimed that he played a key role in diffusing rising tensions between India and Pakistan last week, stating that the situation was becoming increasingly hostile and could have escalated into the missile exchanges. He said his intervention helped them calm the situation, and both countries responded positively to the idea of focusing on trade instead of conflict. Trump added that both Pakistan and India were happy with the outcome and seemed to be moving in the right direction. Reflecting on the historical conflict, Trump noted that India and Pakistan have been fighting for centuries and acknowledged the complexity of resolving such long-standing disputes. He expressed hope that the situation remains stable in the days ahead.
I don't want to say I did, but I sure as hell helped settle the problem between Pakistan and India last week, which was getting more and more hostile. And all of a sudden you'll start seeing missiles of a different type. And we got it settled. I hope I don't walk out of here and 2 days later find out that it's not settled, but I think it is settled. And we talked to them about trade. Let's do trade instead of do war. And Pakistan was very happy with that, and India was very happy with that, and I think they're on the way. You know, they have been fighting for about 1,000 years, in all fairness. So I said, you know, I could settle that up. I can settle anything. Let me settle it up. Let's get them all together. How long have you been fighting? About 1,000 years. Oh, that's a lot. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about settling. That's a tough one. They've been fighting for a long time. But we got that settled. Everybody was very happy, I'll tell you. That looked like it was really going to be escalating out of control. But I don't want to say I did, but I sure as hell helped.
Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah held a meeting with the Hoteliers Association at the Civil Secretariat to discuss challenges in the hospitality sector, including tourism, infrastructure and security. He assured government support to boost tourism and improve facilities in the region. As part of the Shashan Tihar initiative, Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Vishnu Sai visited a village Mule in Dantewada district. During the visit, the CM inspected the functioning of the public distribution system outlet, which was established following the launch of the Niyad Nellanar scheme. The scheme, introduced by the Chhattisgarh government, aims to deliver basic amenities and welfare benefits to the Naxal-affected villages, promoting inclusive development and good governance.
थोड़ा सा पीछे हो जाओ इसको निकाल दो बना दो 1 घंटा हो जाएगी राशन कार्ड ना दिखाओ बढ़िया बराबर ना इतने चावल में है ना अच्छा चावल धान वाले से
In North Dinajpur district of West Bengal, a severe storm hit Daspara Panchayat last night, causing significant damage to several houses in the area. The strong winds and heavy rainfall uprooted trees, damaged roof and disrupted power supply, leaving many residents distressed. Local authorities have begun assessing the extent of the damage and are working to provide immediate relief and assistance to the affected families. The storm also impacted transportation and communication networks, complicating rescue and recovery efforts. Residents have urged the government to take swift action to restore normalcy and provide support to rebuild the damaged homes. Security forces successfully carried out a 21-day-long anti-Naxalite operation, condemned Operation Black Forest near Karregutalu Hill, located along the Chhattisgarh-Telangana border. The operation aimed to flush out Naxal elements from the dense forested region and ensure long-term security in the area. The BJP has made arrangements for a Tiranga rally in Vijayawada tomorrow evening, which will proceed from Indira Gandhi Stadium to Benji Circle as a show of solidarity with the soldiers. The rally will see participation from Chief Minister Chandrababu, Deputy Chief Minister Pawan and other alliance leaders. BJP State President Purandeshwari condemned inappropriate comments made about Sophia Qureshi and Vyomika, stating that such remarks are wrong and should not be tolerated. In Prakasham district of Andhra Pradesh, Education and IT Minister Nara Lokesh personally visited the residence of M. Veeraya Chaudhary, the senior TDP leader who was tragically murdered recently. During his visit, Lokesh met with the grieving family members to express his heartfelt condolences and offer emotional support. He acknowledged the pain and loss faced by the family and assured them that the party and government would stand by them in this difficult time. The minister visit highlighted the political community's solidarity and concern over the untimely death of a respected leader, emphasizing the need for justice and peace in the region. Since the coalition government took charge, it has concentrated on gaining control over corporations and municipal bodies, putting pressure on the YSRCP which had earlier won key positions such as mayor, chairperson, deputy mayor, and vice chairman with the overwhelming support. Continuing this trend, a no confidence motion was introduced against Samarlakota municipal chairperson Gangireddy Aruna in Kakinada district. The meeting presided over by Kakinada RDO Malibabu saw 25 members raise their hands in support of the motion. As per the 2005 High Court ruling, such motions along with the supporting petitions and signatures must be reviewed by the district collector. However, the result of the motion was not declared, as the chairperson had already filed a petition in the High Court to stop the proceedings.
ఈరోజు సామలకోట మున్సిపల్ చైర్పర్సన్ శ్రీమతి గంగిరెడ్డి అరుణ్ గారి మీద అవిశ్వాస తీర్మానానికి కౌన్సిలర్లు కొంతమంది నోటీస్ ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది. దాని ప్రకారం జిల్లా కలెక్టర్ గారు ఆర్డీఓ కాకినాడ అయిన నన్ను ప్రిసైడింగ్ ఆఫీసర్ కింద నియమించారు. అకార్డింగ్లీ నేను ఈ రోజున ఉదయం 11 గంటలకి మున్సిపల్ సింగిల్ ఎజెండాతో స్టార్ట్ చేయడం జరిగింది. సింగిల్ ఎజెండాలో మనకి ఇక్కడ ఓటు హక్కు కలిగిన వారు ఎక్స్ అఫీషియో మెంబర్ ఆనరబుల్ ఎమ్మెల్యే గారితో కలిపి 31 మంది ఉన్నారు. ఫారం 21, 25 మంది అటెండ్ అయ్యారు కాబట్టి ఫారం ఉంది కాబట్టి ప్రొసీడింగ్స్ స్టార్ట్ చేసాం. ప్రొసీడింగ్స్లో 25 మంది హాజరయ్యారు. 25 మంది అవిశ్వాస తీర్మానానికి అనుకూలంగా చేతులు ఎత్తడం జరిగింది. వ్యతిరేకంగా ఎవరో చేతుల్లోకి ఎత్తలేదు, అలాగే తటస్థంగా కూడా ఎవరు లేరు. అయినా సరే ప్రొసీడింగ్స్.
Israeli strikes pounded northern and southern Gaza on Wednesday, killing at least 70 people, including almost 24 children, according to local hospitals and health officials, a day after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he would halt Israel's offensive in the Palestinian territory before Hamas is defeated. At least 60 people, including 22 children, were killed in strikes around Jabalia in northern Gaza alone, according to hospitals and Gaza's health ministry. The strikes came after Hamas on Monday released an Israel-American hostage, a gesture that some thought could lay the groundwork for a ceasefire. And as US President Donald Trump visited Saudi Arabia during a multi-day trip to Gulf countries. United States of America President Donald Trump arrives in Qatar, receives grand welcome and greeting by country's ruling emir, Sheikh Tamim Al Thani at Lusail of Palace on May 14. Qatar is Trump's second landing spot among his three-nation Middle East tour this week. US President Donald Trump urged Qatar on Wednesday to use its influence over Iran to persuade the country's leadership to reach an agreement with Washington to dial back its rapidly advancing nuclear program.
Which is the far friendlier course that you would see. Two courses, there's only two courses. There aren't 3 or 4 or 5, there's 2. There's a friendly and a non-friendly, and the non-friendly is a violent course, and I don't want that. I'll say it up front, I don't want that, but they have to get moving. I hope the Iranian leaders understand that what you're doing, and really what you're doing for them, is a big favor. Your Prime Minister, your great leader, right here on my left, has been helping so much, and they respect them and they're listening to them, but they have to get moving, and we both understand that. They have to make that decision. It's their decision, because we want to see Iran do well, and thrive, and be successful, and everybody be happy. And I hope you can help me with the Iran situation, because it's a perilous situation, and we want to do the right thing. We want to do something that's going to save maybe millions of lives, because things like that get started and they get out of control. I've seen it over and over again. They go to war and things get out of control. And we're not going to let that happen. So I want to thank you and Prime Minister and everybody else for the help you've given us. And in turn, we'll do things for you that I think you'll be.
You have a vision for your country.
That's the wrap up of the primetime news. Keep watching CVR English News.